I don't know how, or when, or why, but somehow I ended up with a VHS recording of Cartoon Network's Cartoon Fridays Halloween party from the year 2000. Cartoon Fridays was their big weekly cartoon block. Sometimes there were new episodes, sometimes not, but the way it was formatted was super neat, just a really cool package. The best way to convey how cool it really was is just to show you. So today, we're just gonna watch this VHS tape and talk about it. This is a special moment in history someone captured. From the episodes, to the bumpers, to even the commercials for products that existed 2 decades ago when I was just a little guy. Let's see exactly what was happening on October 27th, 2000, on Cartoon Network. So all the characters are dressed up as each other for Halloween. It's a little hard to see here, but Chicken is definitely wearing Johnny Bravo's skin, which is a little horrifying, but they're about to introduce the first show. They preview the schedule for tonight, and there's a brand new episode of Ed, and Eddy coming later. But first things first, the night's starting off with an episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog, a fantastic way to start out the Halloween special. Queen of the Black Puddle, this is probably like a top 5 Courage episode for me, and a nice creepy one. So Courage notices this strange lady staring back at him from this puddle. Naturally, Muriel doesn't see it, but it keeps coming back from various water sources and seems to have some effect on Eustace. Courage was so good at building tension in the first half, until the second half where in the middle of the night she enters the house, grabs Eustace, and drags him back into the puddle. I gotta say, the VHS quality is certainly contributing to the atmosphere. I love in this one how Courage is just kinda indifferent and only goes in to save Eustace because Muriel's sad. I always really liked this underwater portion as a kid. The part where the puddles start shrinking and Courage has to get through before they all start closing freaked me out. Awesome episode to start the night. After Courage, we cut back to the hosts at the Halloween party as they get ready to introduce the .com pick. I guess viewers could vote for what episode they wanted to see. This is a sad reminder that they shut down CartoonNetwork.com earlier this year, but man, back in this era, this was probably the coolest website to ever exist. The winner of the .com pick was an episode of the Powerpuff Girls. But first, a short commercial break. They were doing a big marathon of all the best Scooby-Doo movies. This looks like it would have been fun. And a commercial for an all-new Courage the Cowardly Dog next Tuesday. And that Tuesday was actually Halloween Day that year. This was the Season 2 premiere, The Magic Tree of Nowhere. Some kind of wacky robot dog commercial. Looks fun, I don't know. Rescue Heroes. Oh wow, all my friends were way into this. I was personally never a huge rescue head, but the toys were alright. I think I had a couple. But now it's back to cartoon time. Boogie Frights. Bubbles is afraid of the dark and Buttercup starts teasing her about the Boogeyman. But it's okay because the Boogeyman isn't real. Just kidding, he's real. He and the other monsters shut off all the lights in Townsville so they can wreak havoc. I really like a lot of these monster designs. They're pretty cool. Eventually the sun starts to come up and stop them, but they block out the sun with a giant disco ball, so it's night forever and they can run around forever. Oh no! Powerpuff Girls come to beat up the monsters and save the day, but there's just too many of them to fight off. So they fly up into space to destroy the disco ball, and for the rest of the episode it just becomes a Star Wars parody. I don't know why. I guess it's funny. But anyway, this was another great episode choice for Halloween. Look at these toy cars, these are so cool. Toaster scrambles, this commercial's got it all. 2000s haircuts, parkour, this rules. And so does this little motorcycle, this kid looks awesome. I love looking back at these old commercials. Big K is having a Halloween sale. This is probably the best commercial so far. It really gets me in the holiday spirit. Look at all these great savings. Sears holiday sale? No, I don't want that holiday. It's October 27th. Give it like a week at least. Come on. See, this is why they started closing down Sears. The Crocodile Hunter. Here to promote the Crocodile Hunter game? Alright, adding this to my list of videos to someday make. This commercial sold me on it. Oh, hey, they're doing a Courage and Scooby-Doo Scare-a-thon for Halloween, too. I remember them doing this on several Halloweens. I always looked forward to these. Oh, here we go. This is a much better look at Chicken wearing Johnny Bravo's skin. Awesome, I guess. Speaking of which, Johnny Bravo is next. None of these episodes are Halloween themed, just a handful of random episodes. There's a basketball one where they start a band, but also an election episode. In the year 2000, this was around election season, so this one's actually fitting. Johnny's in a debate and just starts yelling random lies. This is a really funny one.
Gladly. Trash separation is our bridge to a glorious, boring mixing future.
Girl has 6 wives!
What? That's not true!
Blossom is wearing Eddy's face, and that means it's time for more commercials. Pizza Bagel Bites? Yeah, that sounds great right now. And you can win a contest to meet Tony Hawk? What did I say? Anyway, I wonder who won this. I wonder who got to meet Tony Hawk from the Bagel Bites commercial. Toy dog, that's cool. I have a real one, but I get the appeal, I guess. Looks fun. Ronald McDonald and the Hamburglar are gaming awesome style. This is so epic. This is also like the only Hamburglar commercial that I remember from my childhood. They kind of stopped using this guy for a long time. More importantly, you can get Crazy Bones right now at McDonald's in any Happy Meal. I'm sorry guys, I gotta go. It's Crazy Bones time. Internet Tonight. This was a TV show that talked about stuff on the internet. I know that sounds a little silly now, but in 2K this was a little more novel. Cool Bear trying out mattresses, that's pretty awesome. Guess Who? I think I actually had this specific version of Guess Who. This is cool to see. DJ Radio, this was a toy that would let you record stuff and send it onto a nearby radio. I miss all these silly kid gadget toys. This sort of thing was so fun. Scary Baby Doll. It's a baby doll. It's scary. Casper's Haunted Christmas. Alright, now this is another annoying Christmas ad, but I can actually give this one a pass because it's Casper. That's like a midway point between Halloween and Christmas. And there's a free Baskin-Robbins offer inside every video, so, okay. Whoa, a Toonami ad. Toonami was awesome. This was their action cartoon and anime block, so you'd get Powerpuff Girls back-to-back with Dragon Ball Z. We're back at the Halloween party, and we're watching Ed, Edd, and Eddy. We get an episode where the Eds are creating their own TV show starring the other kids in the cul-de-sac. And another where Ed has a loose tooth and every character takes turns trying to rip it out to get money from the Tooth Fairy. I vividly remembered this episode. I think because it's absolutely horrifyingly uncomfortable to watch. Disgusting tooth removal aside, I always liked Ed, Edd, and Eddy. Whenever it turns to fall, I always think of this show. I think probably just because of that Halloween episode showing every year, and November being the month that this series finale movie aired. I always just associate it with the season. Johnny Bravo narrates over the credits telling you what's coming up next, and this sort of thing is why Cartoon Network felt special to me as a kid. Their bumpers and programming blocks had so much care put into them, and all their shows had this sense of unity. And here's a commercial for the internet. Back when it was this exciting and relatively new thing that you had to make commercials convincing people to check out. I miss this era of the internet. Here's a commercial for a Lego PC game I've never heard of. Lego Creator Knight's Kingdom. But you can build like castles and stuff. This looks really cool. I can't believe I've never heard of this. It's our first cereal commercial, and it's for Frosted Flakes. I never thought these commercials were that interesting, but I like cereal commercials, so this was cool. There's an ad for Acme Hour, a programming block on CN that showed old Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry and stuff. Commercial for The Little Vampire, a movie I've never heard of. A commercial for The Grinch coming to DVD and video. It's October 27th. Come on, let's calm down. The Little Mermaid 2 Pinball the video game for the Game Boy Color. That's apparently something that was real. Also, Alice in Wonderland video game for the Game Boy Color. Yeah, I didn't know about either of these, but that's cool. Love Loves. These are like weirder Furbies. I vaguely remember these existing, but I never had any of these. I was a Furby loyalist. I'm sorry, Love Loves. Weasel wearing Dexter's face is somehow scarier than Chicken Bravo. I don't know how to feel about this. Our hosts say that they're gonna be bobbing for apples, but instead of apples, it's onions. So that happens for a little bit, and now it's time for more Powerpuff Girls, one of my favorite shows of this era. We get 2 more episodes. In the first, Princess and Mojo Jojo team up to try to defeat the Powerpuff Girls. More importantly, Toonami's back. Everyone needs to watch this right now. A lot of these old Cartoon Network ads are really nostalgic, but the Toonami ones just really hit me for some reason. Oh, hi Thomas the Tank Engine from Thomas the Tank Engine the movie, coming to DVD and video Tuesday. More motorcycle guys, Goose. This was just like a bucket of slime. And I'm gonna be honest, Goose was awesome. We need to bring this stuff back. Baby doll that grows. Okay. But now it's back to the Halloween party. I remember this one. The professor created a little pet for the girls named Bebo, who's super cool, but you can only feed him once. like, in its entire life, only one single time. They feed it 3 times. Bebo grows gigantic, starts eating everything and destroying the city, kills countless civilians of Townsville, and then dies, creating lots of little Bebos. Awesome episode. We get a really scary, glitchy VHS static commercial. Very nice. Hey, an M&M's commercial. This looks like it was made around the same era as that Christmas ad that they play every year. Sadly, this one didn't get the same treatment. The Cube It Up game. I have no idea what anyone in this commercial is doing or saying, but they flash the word awesome on screen, and personally, I think that's awesome. I'll take 20. We're back at the Halloween party, but someone's turned out the lights. What's gonna happen? I don't know, but personally, I'm watching a brand new episode of Ed, Edd and Eddy. Neither of these are Halloween themed, but the intros to both almost are. The first has the Eds camping out in the yard making shadow puppets with their hands, and then the rest ends up being a beach episode. I do actually remember this one. In the second, they've built this haunted sewer boat ride. This was always my favorite part of the show. I liked seeing the cool stuff that they would build out of everyday objects. While neither of these are Halloween episodes, the intros are cool, and they still get me in the spooky Halloween-y mood. You know what else gets me in the spooky Halloween-y mood? Halloween-themed Fruity Pebbles commercial. Barney is a ghost, and he's here to steal Fred's pebbles. But wait, that's not Barney. That's a bone-chilling skeleton. But wait, yeah, it's actually just Barney. Oh my god, this is a gun that shoots cars. I don't just want this, I need this. Now that I have the knowledge of this existing, I can't be happy until I have the Hot Wheels Super Launcher in my hands. This is everything. Here's some land I can purchase. I'm watching a 24-year-old VHS recording of Cartoon Network commercials. Do you think I have land money? The Pokemon Battle Stadium toy? Here we go. You could have, like, Pokemon battles with your toys. There was, like, electronic stuff in it that would make sounds and stuff. I don't know. I don't fully understand what this was, but it looks awesome. Just like these toaster strudels. Yeah, strudels. Alright, back to the Halloween party. Everyone's still in the dark, and the mysterious voice of the person who turned out the lights is talking over it. Are we gonna find out who it is? I don't know, because I'm watching Dexter's lab. Dexter really wants to eat this cake, but he can't have any cake until he eats his peas. But peas are kinda gross. So obviously he makes a machine to rewire his taste buds and make him enjoy the taste of peas. But it goes wrong and he enjoys vegetables a little too much now. So much that he turns into a giant Hulk monster and won't turn back until he eats veggies. I always loved seeing Dexter make these convoluted inventions trying to solve the tiniest non-problems, and in the process makes his life infinitely worse. Our next episode has Dexter being annoyed constantly by Dee Dee's imaginary friend. So he just imagines that they don't exist anymore, which kills them instantly. And then the episode ends. This show's so good. Cool commercial for some yo-yo thing. Cool commercial for some Sailor Moon toys. Cool commercial for a spider stomping game. This might be the coolest commercial, actually. I do love a good spider stomping. In our last Dexter of the evening, he slows down time around him so he has more time to get ready so he won't be late for school. It doesn't work out, he's late for school. More importantly, look at this Dragonfly commercial. This is a car that can, like, change its shape to fit through areas. Toy cars used to be so cool. I mean, maybe they still are. I don't keep up with current car toys, but there's no way that they're this cool. I think they peaked here. Speaking of cool, Captain Crunch. I don't know, is he cool? I didn't have a transition. Captain Crunch is here. Burger King commercial, this is awesome. I like Burger King. They don't show me their current toy, sadly. This is just a normal grown-up BK ad. I looked it up because I was curious. They had Scooby-Doo toys at the time. Everyone's still kind of just standing around in the dark. Let's watch more Courage. Demon in the Mattress. This is an easy top 3 episode. Right up there with The Hunchback of Nowhere and King Ramsay's Curse. A perfect one for Halloween, too. Muriel wants a new mattress, and because this is Courage the Cowardly Dog, this is where the mattress ends up coming from. It pretty quickly possesses Muriel, and there's this great scene of Courage and Eustace downstairs, both afraid to go up to the room and just trying to figure out what to do.
Hullabaloo and howdy do. Musty prawns and Timbuktu. Yeltsy bye and hippity poo. Kick 'em in the dishpan, hoo hoo hoo. Kick 'em in the dishpan, hoo hoo hoo.
I always loved this one because we got to see them working together to try to exorcise her. It was pretty rare to see the two team up, so this one felt really special. This one's really funny. Courage tries to beat the demon in a thumb war, and the pacing of this episode is so good too. It's legitimately so good at building tension.
Courage. Closer. Closer. It would be lovely if I could have a cup of tea.
One of the absolute best of the series. Coming across this on a VHS recording was a wonderful surprise. The other episode is Freaky Fred with Muriel's creepy nephew. This is another really iconic one. They picked great episodes tonight. We're still in the dark, but the mysterious voice wants to join the party, so we might be seeing them soon enough. And it's time for our last show of the night, Cow and Chicken. I really like the strange art style, but I was never really a big fan of this one in the way that I was all of these other shows. Since this was the last one for the night, I considered calling it. I had been watching cartoons for 4 hours straight by this point, but to my surprise, there is an actual legitimate Halloween episode in here. Cow and Chicken don't know what to dress up as for Halloween, but the red guy is on TV and says they should dress up as human beings. So, they do that. They dress up as their parents for Halloween. They try to go trick-or-treating, but everyone screams at them to go away because they think they're actual grown adults trying to trick-or-treat, and they're really sad because they're not getting any candy. And because everyone's screaming at them, calling them freaks. And then they beat up the red guy and make him give them a bunch of candy, and then the episode ends. Then they're happy now. It was okay. Not a massive Cow and Chicken enjoyer, but it was really cool to see a proper Halloween special. It turns out Aquaman from DC Comic Aquaman was the one sabotaging the Halloween party. He wasn't invited because he's not a cartoon character. All of our hosts sign off for the night, and I guess I should do the same. Thanks for watching Cartoon Fridays Halloween Party 2000 with me. Maybe I'll do this again sometime if I come across more old tapes. But after 4 straight hours of cartoons, I need to, I don't know, do something else probably.
The man in God's, the man in God's.